Hello friends, James Stevenson back with another episode of Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today? It's Politireality once again. Let me run the Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today sizzle for Politireality. Once again, the featured hater of the day. There's the featured blanket of the day. It's Loki, hidden underneath this blue blanket. Wow, he is all the way tucked under there. You can't see him at all. But if he comes out, you'll be able to keep an eye on him in the Loki cam right here underneath me as I turn my attention to this tweet from Dave Z at Dave Q Zhang. This is too good not to be another episode of Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today, isn't it? Don't forget to factor in towing miles per gallon loss, which is a good tip from Dave. What's he talking about? It's a reply to me saying I spent way too much time writing this reply about Ramcharger efficiency to let it get buried deep in the comments. I didn't write that reply just so Politireality could ignore it. I actually did a bunch of math. So let's click through and scroll up and show you the top of this thread. Now, you probably saw a very short clip that I made about this topic when I posted it yesterday. I used some AI software, Opus software, I think, to put little caption words under me as I was talking with some fun little emojis. TikTok style, I guess, is what the kids are doing these days. You know, the kids with their loud music and their rock and roll and their funny clothes. So I'm going to give you the longer version of Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today this time. Here's Politireality, who tweeted 690 miles of range. Wow, 3 exclamation points. He really wanted you to be impressed by this product. New Ram pickup is an EV with a gas-powered generator in case the battery runs out. Such a funny turn of phrase here. In case the battery runs out, in case the 150-mile range runs out, whatever it is. So I replied, oh, here it is, 145 miles. And you only have to pump 27 gallons of gasoline in it to achieve that range. Now, if you have a regular gas car with no battery in it at all, you can get 690 miles of range off just pumping 2 tanks of gas in to your 13-gallon tank, right? That came with your car or whatever. 27 gallons of gas ought to be plenty to take you 690 miles of range, and then you're just carrying along a battery for no good reason. But what did the geniuses in engineering at Stellantis come up with? They have a 145-mile range from a 92 kilowatt-hour pack. My Tesla Model 3 gets over 300 miles of range if I don't drive too fast on a 62 kilowatt-hour pack. So this is just awful. Like, this is a terrible efficiency that they're getting off this pickup because it's so heavy, because you have to tow all that gasoline around and the gas engine that burns it. And I provided some clips from the article that Politireality provided the link to at the top of the thread, so people would know there's a 3.6 liter V6 in here for some reason, even though all it's doing is recharging the battery and then blowing the exhaust out of tailpipe. Yeah, 145 miles off 92 kilowatt hours. My God, that is wasteful. That is bad engineering. If you don't know what bad engineering looks like, this is it right here. This Ramcharger. What a waste. And let me click through here to see what his dumb reply was. So Dutchy replied, 27 gallons at $5 per gallon is $135. So this is not a way to save money by buying an EV. Very, very funny. What do we have here? I know I replied in here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so he said, I guess you spend too much time in the basement with small dogs to understand how the people that grow your food live and drive. Don't get up, Loki. I'll handle this. The Cybertruck won't tow more than an effective 125 miles, then you have to drive 20 minutes to a supercharger and wait an hour to charge at best. I'll do as Dave reminded me and say the figures above don't count towing. Those are assuming you're not towing anything and you have nothing in the bed of the pickup. Those are dunnage weight. Those are empty efficiency standards that they cited in the article. On most days, that RAM will operate 100% on battery. Oh, sure, yeah, you know that. You can tell Politireality hasn't done a lot of research on people who drive hybrids and how much of their mileage is attributable to the electric engine on board. People who are used to driving gasoline engine vehicles just keep putting gasoline in it and driving on it, and they forget to plug in. Effective MPG will likely be 50 to 60 miles per gallon. We're going to test that claim in a minute. Which won't be far behind the Cybertruck and far better when it's towing. How do you figure? It's called a use case, not a fanboy illusion, and you need to get in touch with how people outside a basement work for a living. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you understand the farmers a lot better than I do, Politireality, and your math is superior to mine. Well, hold on. Let's put them side by side and see. Average 50 miles per gallon. LOL, no. Try that. Try half that. Less if they don't recharge the pack to full every 690 miles, or if you put anything in the bed, or if you tow anything behind it. It will not get anything approaching 50 miles per gallon. I can tell you need someone to break the math down for you, so here it is. If the total range of the vehicle is 690 miles for both the electric and the gas engine, and if the EV range is only 145 of those miles, then the other 545 must be off gasoline. So we're talking 79% of the vehicle's total range is coming from burning gasoline. And you want to call this an EV, Politireality. 92 kilowatt hour battery pack divided by 145 miles of range equals 635 watt hours per mile, an insult to the word efficiency at 53.1 miles per gallon gasoline equivalent. If you're driving a Tesla, you're getting over 100 miles per gallon equivalent most of the time. And, I mean, unless you're just driving it like you stole it. So here's the conversion. Some people don't know that you can convert from watt hours to per mile to miles per gallon equivalent. But if you go to Google and you search for it, you'll find aquacalc.com. Happy to help you with the conversion, which is shown in these tables here. But you can also just plug in what you're looking for. If you type in 635 over here, then the first number it'll give you back is the 53.1 that I just cited here. All right. So what's the rest of the math? 545 miles of ice range divided by 27-gallon tank. Hurts just thinking how much it will cost to pump that much dino juice equals 20 miles per gallon. I mean, I guess that's not the worst pickup truck ever built, but it's not good. Then we get to blended range. 79% of the range at 20 miles per gallon. 21% of the range at 53.1 miles per gallon equals 27.1 miles per gallon equivalent blended, and I provided a table here. If you don't know how to calculate a weighted average, you figure out what the percentage contribution is, and you figure out what each of them do independently, then you multiply across and you add down, and that's how you get to 27.1 as shown. And before you try arguing that they'll never use the gasoline engine, you're the one who began this thread by praising the 690-mile range, so which one is it? Do you want them to drive on the gasoline engine or not? Do you really think people will only ever use the first 145 miles of range, ergo, they'd be far better off buying a Cybertruck? If all they ever do is drive 145 miles on electric, then why would they pay extra to tow around a 27-gallon tank and a V6 engine? Or do you think an EV that can only manage 27 miles per gallon equivalent is some kind of an achievement? It is not. That's one of the worst EVs ever engineered. Can't have it both ways. It's this one or it's that one, Politireality. Which one of these reasons are you proud of the Ramcharger for? Stellantis' answer to the Cybertruck is the best they could come up with: an expensive, heavy, needlessly complicated, gas-guzzling pickup that somehow also doubles as an electron guzzler. It's not good at either of the two things that it's trying to do simultaneously. As though someone at Stellantis saw this meme and said, that's a great idea. Let's build that. Let's turn this into a pickup truck, and let's load this and the 27-gallon gas tank into the pickup, and then let's just sell that as a product. That's what they got. Yeah, show me how you got to your miles per gallon equivalent of 82. He came back with telling me my math was wrong. All right, where'd you get your 82 from? And he says, wrong numbers here. He said 70.8 kilowatt hour pack, 62 kilowatt hours usable. Those numbers are made up. Those are lies. These are fake numbers Politireality made up, trying to cover his tracks, hoping I would just accept this lie as being true, I guess. It's a 92 kilowatt hour pack per the article you posted at the top of this thread. Any reply here? No reply here from Politireality, who knows that he got caught lying and promoting one of the worst EVs ever made. And that's Who's Hating Hard on Tesla today. Once again, it is Politireality. Hating hard on Tesla. And we'll say goodbye to the blue blanket that hides Loki. He really is under here. But he's just trying to stay warm, I guess, after having eaten his breakfast this morning. And what I'll say is, if you liked the video, don't forget to click the like button. It's free to click the like button on whatever platform you're watching this, and it'll help other people enjoy this video as much as you did, I hope. And thank you to everyone who supports me, whether that's on Patreon or on X or by joining my YouTube channel, as my executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com did, and I'll see you in the next one.